Bitmine, Bmnr, has pivoted toward an Ethereum treasury model, accumulating millions of ETH and aiming to capture staking yield via its own validator network, Bmnr. In 2026, investors are possibly asking themselves whether Bmnr could 10x. The company recently announced holdings above 4.1 million ETH and has been aggressively buying more, including a recent purchase of around 32,977 ETH. Management projects material staking income once fully deployed. Estimates in company materials/PRs put the at-scale figure in the low hundreds of millions annually. Bitmine declared a small annual dividend, 1 cent per share, and has talked publicly about buybacks and shareholder returns after year-end profits. This is crucial, especially if you own more than $5,000 worth of Bmnr stock. The trade-offs: extraordinary upside if ETH rallies and staking income scales, but real risks from dilution, regulatory uncertainty, and concentration in one volatile asset. First question I get all the time: why buy Bitmine instead of ETH? Great question, and for you the investor, and the reason it's worth thinking about is that buying a treasury company is a different bet than buying the coin itself. If you buy Ethereum, ETH, directly you own the raw asset and capture price appreciation 1:1. If you buy an ETH treasury company like Bitmine, you're buying a security that owns Ethereum plus a business. Management can issue shares, stake the coins to generate yield, buy or sell ETH, pay dividends, repurchase shares, or launch new products, like commercial staking. That creates optionality that doesn't exist when you hold raw ETH. You see, to hope that Bitmine makes 10x, think of it as buying a landlord who owns an apartment building, owns ETH, and also runs a profit-generating rental business, Staking Plus Services. The landlord can increase per-share value by scaling income or by issuing shares when the stock is expensive to buy more apartments. Imagine 2 ways to bet on gold. Option A: buy a gold bar and stash it in a vault. Option B: buy shares in a company that owns gold bars and rents them out as ornamental displays, charges insurance fees, and sells premium gold display services. Option B has more moving parts, more ways to win and more ways to lose. Bitmine is option B for Ethereum. MicroStrategy analogy: how a treasury company can create ETH per share value. This is the MicroStrategy (MSTR) analogy that people bring up a lot. MicroStrategy bought Bitcoin and then used corporate balance sheet maneuvers and, at times, equity issuance to increase Bitcoin per share. The key mechanics are simple. Pay attention if you own more than $5,000 worth of Bmnr stock. If a company trades at a premium to its net asset value, NAV, issuing new shares at that premium allows the company to buy more crypto than the newly issued shares represent, effectively increasing crypto per existing share. Conversely, if the stock trades at a discount, the company could, theoretically, sell crypto at market and repurchase its own shares, concentrating crypto per share. Those maneuvers are how treasury companies can grow value per share algebraically even if the underlying asset's price is stable. For Bitmine, the play is similar. Create optionality to buy ETH when the market is favorable, stake to produce recurring income, and use cash flows to buy back shares or pay dividends. But the math only works if management gets the timing right and the market grants them a structural premium to NAV, and that's not a given. It's like issuing theater tickets at $100 and using the money to buy rare posters that double in value. If the posters appreciate, ticket holders win. If posters fall, the math breaks. By the way, if you are getting value from this video so far and want more like this, please like the video, it means much to us, and hit the subscribe button, and comment the word more. Just go ahead and type the word more so I know. Now that you have commented, let's continue. The new headline facts: Bmnr's ETH stash and staking ambitions. This is the money shot for the bull case. Bitmine has been buying tremendous amounts of ETH. Very recently, the company announced holdings above 4.1 million ETH, placing them among the largest corporate holders globally. They've also announced plans to operate a made-in-America validator network called Bmnr, intended to stake the ETH and produce recurring staking fees for the company and, potentially, commercial customers. Management has published estimates suggesting that at scale the staking income could be in the low to mid-hundreds of millions of dollars per year. Company statements have used figures in the $360, $480 range or similar scale, depending on staking yields and fee split assumptions. That's big. Recurring income changes the story from passive treasury to operating company with cash flow. Load-bearing citations. Bmnr holdings above 4.1 m ETH and Maven/staking income projections. Recent buys that, as an investor, you should know. They're still loading up. Bitmine hasn't just been talking, it's been buying. Reports show a recent purchase of 32,977 ETH, roughly a $100 to $120 million swing purchase at recent prices, with the company continuing to accrete its ETF-like ETH hoard. These incremental buys are how the 4+ million total moved higher in a short time. The fresh money buyer narrative and a visible board chairman like Tom Lee are what revved up investor enthusiasm. You like seeing the CEO buy his own product. It's a bit like the chef eating the special to prove it's good. Maven, what it is and what it isn't. Maven is the Made in America validator network. Bitmine is building to stake their ETH and offer commercial staking services. What this means in concrete terms. Bitmine will operate validator nodes or partner with staking providers to lock ETH in staking contracts and earn protocol staking rewards. A portion of staking yield will be captured as income after network commission, MEV, and costs. Company communications estimate composite staking yields in the 2 to 3% range for fully operational setups. Multiplied by millions of ETH, that's meaningful recurring revenue. Maven is positioned as not just for Bitmine's balance sheet. The company has signaled it could offer commercial staking services, which would diversify revenue beyond the NAV play. Listen carefully if you own shares in Bmnr. Important caveat: protocol staking yields change over time. They depend on the network's total staked ETH, MEV, and protocol economics. Operational costs, validator downtime, and slashing risk, rare but real, all subtract from gross yield. So the $300, 400M annually numbers are model outputs, not guaranteed checks in the bank. Treat them like a projection, not a promise. The dividend, small, symbolic, but interesting. Bitmine announced a 1-cent annual dividend per share declaration late 2025, which grabbed headlines because crypto companies rarely pay cash dividends. At face value, 1 cent is tiny per share, but it's symbolically meaningful. It signals management confidence, a move toward shareholder return policies, and an attempt to be perceived as serious corporate governance rather than a pure speculative vehicle. It also gives income-focused investors a reason to pay attention. Bitmine is on the road to 10x in a few years with this trend. Note this as well. And he shall speak great words against the Most High, and shall wear out the saints of the Most High, and think to change times and laws, and they shall be given into his hand until a time and times and the dividing of time. But the judgment shall sit, and they shall take away his dominion, to consume and to destroy it unto the end. And the kingdom and dominion, and the greatness of the kingdom under the whole heaven, shall be given to the people of the saints of the Most High, whose kingdom is an everlasting kingdom, and all dominions shall serve and obey him. Daniel 7 verses 25 to 27. Want more information about the books of prophecy? Please check the description section. That's the end for now. If you have watched until the end, drop a comment like this: I stayed until the end. Just comment that I stayed until the end. When I see this comment, I will give you a heart. 3 more favors I request from you. First, like this video, subscribe, and then turn on the notifications bell. If you do this, you greatly encourage us to continue bringing to you more insightful videos. Do not miss out on our future videos. All I am asking is your subscription. Thank you for joining me today. Your support means so much to us. Do not hesitate to share this video to help someone who may benefit. I recommend that you watch the next video, subscribe to the channel, and share your thoughts about today's video. Wish you God's love.